This is Carol Raasch reporting from Northwest Iowa on October 11th for our harvest time frame. I've been absent a couple of weeks because we've been drying out. We had a couple of inches of rain a couple of weeks ago and showers since then, and it's just been a real trial to try to watch the crops mature without being able to get to the field. So everyone is working in one of the crops. There is corn coming out in the area. There are beans coming out in the area. This is one of the fields that our crew helps with. It's not the bean field that we've been watching through the season, but that would be on the tail end of our harvesting because of its later planting time. We have the 2 combines working in the field here. The availability of 2 combines to lease, and the timing was right, and we have 2 people that can operate, and so for the beans at least, we're going to have the 2 outfits running. For the corn, we'll go back to the 1. But right now we're using the catch wagon to pull the beans out to the semis, and then we'll be taking them to the bins to unload. One of the fields that I heard reported was 50 bushel to the acre. Don't know how that's working with the rest of the fields that they've been in. The corn that that I have some footage of, but no speaking on, was way wet. It was 30% or more. They had to pretty much peel it out of the weigh wagon once they took it to the feedlot. It's going to be high moisture corn for the cattle yard, so not too much of a problem, but they were basically using that field to set the machinery and try to get the equipment talking to each other computer-wise, and it wasn't happening that particular day. So they did a couple of dumps and found that the corn was just very, very far from being ready. We do have some hailed fields of corn that we will probably get to, quite possibly before the beans are done, depending on how much moisture we get. The other day, yesterday, we had snow. Had a snow that remained on the ground for a period of time, was gone by noon. It has been very cold. We're in the 20s and 30s. And depending on the day, pretty good wind with that as well, making the wind chill kind of fun. But the sunshine has been an exception to the rule for the time frame that we're talking about here in the last week or 2. The few days that we have had sunshine, everybody had made it out to the field and got started. But it's going to be a long harvest. That we've been following all season long, and as you can see, the leaves are pretty well all gone. We've had that hard freeze. It's earlier than the typical average 15th of October freeze, but we did not have the nip freeze or the real light freeze in September, so we've kind of got a mix of the two this particular year. So it looks like these beans will go as soon as the fellows can get to them, as long as it doesn't shower too much in between. The neighbor's field that I showed you last time I reported has been harvested. So that's where we are in Otabold, Iowa, in the 11th of October. We'll see you next